What's up guys, Spin Firearms here, and we are back with another video for you. Every firearm safety checked and cleared prior to the video, but we'll still do it. And before we get started, hit the like button, drop a comment down below, and subscribe. Tell me your thoughts on this video, tell me your thoughts on this topic, ways you like to train, and so on. Let's get into it. So right here is one of my G-Force Arms Rapture GF9s. And I put out a video of me basically having controlled mag dumps. Now, controlled mag dumps are, you are using your sights, but only to an extent. Once they're relatively close to being lined up, center-wise, not elevation-wise, center-wise. Therefore, you're not missing right or left. Your groupings are still going to be 5-6 inches with it, right? You saw me mag dumping it. And the reason for that is I like to test my handguns extensively, especially budget options. And this right here being a $330 handgun, you have to do your due diligence and train with it. But on top of that, shoot some hollow points out of it. I say that to everybody. A lot of people go to the range and are just willing to spend the $15 on a 50 box of 9mm. They'll shoot it and say, okay, my handgun's good to go. They'll throw some hollow points in it and they'll be out the door, right? That's wrong. I would never do that, and I recommend you guys don't either. Even if you get a brand new handgun that you absolutely love and can't wait to carry, you already got your holster for it, all that, hold off until you put some rounds through it. You have to. I know some people talk about they just got a fresh handgun from the factory, so it should work because of the testing at the factories. But time and time again have we seen that handguns from the factories can be duds as well. Doesn't matter if they put 5 rounds, like I think Springfield Armory puts 5 rounds through the handgun before they send it out, something crazy like that. But zero issues with any of my Springfield Armory handguns, so I can't complain. But at the same time, it's not their choice on how you test your firearms. It's got to be up to you guys, and you got to put the work in. For instance, let's say I have my only handgun right now, Diamondback DB9 Gen 4, right? And it's a budget firearm and stuff. I've already put rounds through it. I know it's reliable, so I carry it. But I buy a brand new Glock 26. I really want to carry it so bad. You can't. You got to put some rounds through it. I usually like the 300 round test. 300 rounds of target ammo, 2-3 boxes of defensive ammo, and you're good to go. Generally, that has worked for me, except with stuff like my Sig Sauer P365 and my Canik Meta MC9. Those were the only two that failed after that point, which luckily I wasn't carrying that much, so it is what it is. But you always got to test them, especially with budget options. But that is why I burn down the handgun. What does burning down mean? Basically, heating it up, getting its temps super high, seeing how the lubricant is handled in the firearm, seeing how it runs while it's in extreme conditions. Now, you'll see all sorts of torture tests and stuff like that. No, you don't have to torture test your handguns. For me, it's just being able to know that that firearm cycles over and over and over again when I'm shooting it faster, and still controlling the recoil and still getting the targets on target for a self-defense encounter. Yes, you could see that the whole center of that target was ripped out. I did have some flyers up above and below, but once again, I was focused on just having every time a shot would come off, having it come back to center and then letting that next round go. It was more about speed. And this thing ran flawlessly. So are mag dumps a reasonable way to train? And there's yes and no. First, we'll start with no. You go on YouTube, someone has their firearm, they're like, Glock 19 Gen 5 with a stick, right? And then they pull up to their backyard and they just unload the whole mag into the dirt. Or they'll pull up to a lake, unload the whole mag into the lake, right? Or they'll just dump it into a tree line, right? And every single comment on those videos are, the safest thing was the target. And that's the truth. There is nothing, no talent in fast shots, but not hitting anything. There just is none. So what I do with it is, I make sure I'm still... So there's multiple ways to look at this. If you've ever heard of like controlled pairs, that's basically what I'm doing. So you're double tapping twice, but you're only letting that second shot go after your sights have aligned. But a lot of times for self-defense and stuff like that, they teach you to point and shoot and just double tap fast without aligning sights. I like controlled mag dumps. I think they're extremely important. And the big reason is you're not going to sit there, be fully extended, and in a self-defense encounter go, boom, okay, I'm on target. Boom, okay, I'm on target. Boom, I'm on target. No, you're going to be dumping with your sights still lined up. So you're going to be shooting as fast as you can while still lining up your sights, right? And that's why it's really a good practice to have similar sights on carry firearms, or just getting good with all of them and being able to pick up almost any handgun you own and being able to shoot it well. So that's why people said, when I pulled up the video of the Springfield Armory XDM with the 35 round mag, everyone said, what's the point? And I said, why not? I can go to the range and practice shooting really fast and accurately and get better at shooting fast and accurately, because it is self-defense encounter. You will not be shooting slow. And if you're shooting slow, chances are you're at distance, and you are going to need that time to really line up. And at distance, once again, depending on how you sight in your red dot, 40 yards, 50 yards is going to be a little inaccurate if you sighted your dot in at 25 yards, which is what's typically done in the industry. So, mag dumps, like I said, they waste ammo. Ammo goes fast. Ammo's not cheap. But I think you gain control of the handgun. You learn control. You learn a really good feel for that handgun and getting it right back in place, if that makes sense. And then another thing I like to do, I have a video coming for you guys on a way to train at home. If you carry mostly 9mm, it'll cost you about $60. And it's one of the best training methods that I've ever used. And normally what I like to do is, I'll put up a sticker somewhere. Doesn't matter if it's that big. And I'll dry fire practice at that sticker. But what I have coming is basically a bore laser. So it basically replicates a round, has a rubber primer on it. Therefore, every time your striker hits that rubber primer, a laser comes out of it. And basically what it does is it hits a little thing that senses that the laser hit it, and it'll tell you if you hit it. That has honestly been another great way that I've been training lately. But controlled mag dumps, not something I do all the time. It's more testing purposes, but I do think there's a lot of value in being able to shoot fast but accurately. And that's basically what I mean by a controlled mag dump. You're not just letting it go and the firearm's all over the place. No, you're controlling that recoil, and you're still getting on target every single time. And that's what you see when I was shooting this thing. And like I said, I was very surprised at the way this thing handled recoil. A little different grip angle, actually a lot different than a Glock 26. But yet, even with that upright grip angle that I'm not used to, I shot this thing really well, right out of the box, right away. And I did not let this thing off the hook. I shot some crazy defensive ammo out of it. Not a single issue, not a single malfunction, ran flawlessly. And look, after shooting it, it is still completely lubricated. I have not even lubricated this handgun since I got it. Took it straight to the range, wanted to test it right out of the box under those conditions, and they both ran flawlessly. So, solid handguns. Do some controlled mag dumps. Not only are they good for training every now and then, but they're also fun. And you got to have fun while shooting. That's what keeps you coming back and wanting to shoot more and get better at it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Go out and mag dump. Thanks for watching.